My name's Katherine Skaggs, and I hope y'all can hear me. The live video is supposed to be starting, and it's been acting weird. So this is a pop-up reading with the Mythical Goddess Tarot, and I am Katherine Skaggs, the artist of that tarot deck. I'm here to take a look at the moon energies, this full moon in Gemini, moving into the end of 2024. We've also got a solstice coming up here in about 4 days, 5 days, and that's going to bring in some more energy to work with this Capricorn energy coming in at that time. So let's see how the goddesses want to help us take a look at where we are in this energy and how to best navigate it. All right. Okay. So I'm going to do a 15 card spread for all of us to take a look at what do the goddesses want to tell us? How shall we work with these energies? I know that the holidays and this time can be a great time of celebration, sharing with family, loved ones, friends, and it can be pretty stressful. I know there's a lot of energy moving around, as there is always, and yet this can be a more stressful time of year. We need to know how to navigate it. What's the best way to move forward? Of course, I've got a dog coming in. She's going to make some noise and join us. But as I open up the first 3 cards in this 15 card spread about what is going on, who we are at this time, and right at the center is the challenge. It tells us who we are. We have some conflict going on in our hearts right now. We've got conflict in the middle of all this wonderful holy days coming up through the end of the year. And as we complete the year, one of the things that we need to take care of is any inner conflict that we have going on. If you've got conflict with family, friends, loved ones, people you don't know, it's inside of you. It's not only what is going on around you, but what's most important right now to pay attention to as you're coming into these holidays and this time period is to address any places where you are out of sorts, where you do not feel like yourself. This can also represent the DNA, meaning that there's issues, conflict within your own way of being that you need to address that may come from family patterns. And so these can be ignited during the holidays when you gather with family. So pay attention to where you feel off. And know that on this journey, as this comes up, it's a blessing because then you can take a look at it honestly and decide how you want to work with it. That card is surrounded by 2 goddesses, which is actually a good indicator to me about being able to see the difficulties that we have around us. And there comes Sophie. She's going to make a lot of noise, breathing loudly. Come and sit, Sophie. She's going to help with the reading here. So we've got ecstatic union, Shakti, that's showing up next to the conflict card in the space of looking at who are we as we enter into this time period, moving through the end of the year. And Shakti is the Lover's card or ecstatic union in our deck, meaning as we come into the holiday season, it's a good idea to take a look at that conflict, admit it, and then reconnect with your higher selves, with that sense of self-love, that sense of love that is created from your connection to your own divinity. And then to work with that in terms of your relationships and everyone around you this holiday season is to honor that connection you have of more of your own wholeness that you can take into work with everything around you. Hope this makes sense. Sophie's distracting me a little bit with her nice big breathing there. She's chilling out a little bit. All right, we also have Athena. So it tells me as we are moving into this holiday season is that take our ideas, our hopes, and our dreams and move forward with them. You know, reflect upon them, feel solid in yourself as you move forward. And it's a time to trust that you have the support that you need for all that you want to create in this next few weeks into the end of the year. We're going to see how these cards sit with the rest of the reading because we're going to take a look now. What is the big picture of the next few weeks? We're ending 2024. So anytime that we are in a full moon or we're ending a cycle, it's really important, Sophie, she's going to be really loud today. It's really important to take a look at what do you want to finish up? What do you want to take from all your experiences in 2024. 2024 had a lot of growth in it, a lot of endings, a lot of new beginnings, and many things had to go away that we have had in our lives that perhaps was karmic, or it was just end of a cycle that we needed to admit we come to, so that we can grow into these greater enlightened aspects of ourselves, to become more conscious about our choices and our happiness. So in the big picture, this is about our destiny. This is about opening up at this time to all the blessings coming from the universe. This is an Aquarian card. Pleiadian star goddess is truly the star goddess who's bringing us all this energy from the heavens above. We have tons of light pouring into the planet right now, and it is helping us with change. It's helping us to shed the old dense patterns. But this card says lean into your vision for a new way of being and open up to all the potential that your soul has to living the best life possible. That now's the time to say your gratitude, to look at all you've gotten out of the last year and the last months, and to really receive in the big picture the blessings and the truth of who you are, as well as the things that are being given to you from outside of you. But I see this more as your own soul expanding into your light, expanding into a new way of being. And that's what this time is about. There's a mental card next to the star card here in the big picture, and it is a card of the mind, and it has to do with intention. She has her eyes closed, which is perfect. Now is a very good time to be reflective about what you are creating as well as what you're letting go. She's in dream time. She's looking within, and she's got this beautiful white uh, bird above her that I think I painted as a dove. And she's looking within to her subconscious, to her higher self, to connect to possibility. So, right now, it's really important that you focus on what you want to create, to work with your intentions, to connect to the quantum field, to connect to your higher self and your guide team, to dream into reality your true desires. So, pay attention to what you're focusing on as you move through the holidays and into the end of the year. This is a time to claim what you truly want, to integrate all the good stuff that's come from the last year, no matter the hardships you had to go through to get them. And with this, you've got another goddess here. You've got the Oracle card. This is all about you claiming your ability to be the one who reads the energy, who knows the way. She too has her eyes closed. Actually, all of these paintings, their eyes are closed because they're looking within to their divinity, to their inner selves, their higher selves to create. So, in the big picture, the good things are coming into your future. It's time for you to really work with your mind and your intentions and be open to your intuition that you are the one who knows the way as you trust your connection to your heart and your soul self. That's pretty important in these times. You know, reclaiming your power is very important. Reclaiming the power to create your world, no matter what's going on outside of you. So pay attention to where you put your focus. If you're watching the news all the time, you're freaking out because you don't know what the future brings. Step back and connect to what is truly your heart's desire, and to know that your soul has a team and that you have a lot of energy that can be put forward to positively creating your future. If fear is in the way, it's time to take these ceremonial times, these holy days, and to compost the fear. To do a fire ceremony is a really good thing to do coming up with either this energy of this full moon that was yesterday, we're still in orb, as well as the solstice coming up. It's a great time to throw things in the fire, to transmute and let go of the past as you move into this next cycle that's associated with not only this full moon now, but the solstice coming up. All right, there's three more cards that I want to speak to that have to do with what are our challenges right now during this time period. End of the year is filled with all kinds of opportunities that can be fun and also challenging. So right in the center of the spread of our challenges or our lessons, we've got Mother Creativity. It's another mental card. And with this card, it's telling me that we need to really focus on how to use our creativity, our higher mind, to create these next steps, for whether it be for the holidays and how to have a great time, how to end 2024 on a high note, and how to create your next steps for 2025. You know, your mind holds all possibilities and potentiations. We are so connected through the multiverse. It's really important that we learn to focus our inner selves and project that out into this reality on what we want. So your lessons or your challenge during this time is meditate, move into higher mind, go create something, paint, dance, use your creativity in a very positive way to know that you are invoking your future through your focus and your intention, your creativity. Another card that shows up here in the challenges is the Sacred Law card, Crow Woman. She is a Libra energy. She's balanced between your inner world and your outer world. Her energy is all about sacred law or divine law, meaning that what is yours is coming to you. The biggest challenge typically when this card shows up in this position is for people to trust that what you've set in motion to create in your life is actually coming to you. Have you been focusing on what you desire to create and are opening the doors for all the positive energies to come to you? This card is another card I'd say is meditate, go within to the mystery, go within to the spiritual world, and align with what your soul desires to experience here, and to connect to your guides and your helpers to know that they're bringing you into a new place. This is also divine justice, meaning that whatever you've gone through this last year, whatever challenges are up or have been up, is that there can be a rectification that is wanting to work itself out by the end of the year and coming into the new year. Knowing that whatever you've gone through is that the universe has your back to help you clean up any difficulties and to bring you into a new phase. And so when you're lined up more positively and in the light, those shadows are going to fall away as you focus in the light, and the universe is going to help bring you into a new cycle that's more positive. If you stay stuck in the old ways of being, ignoring what you truly desire, then you're going to perpetuate situations that are not, they don't feel good. So lean into the good stuff, let go of the things that do not feel good, that are not the most positive way to go, and know that your new future will be from your higher soul self and not just man's laws. This is a very higher dimensional spiritual card. All right. The other card that's interesting here is the love card. So it tells me that through these challenges, it's going to be really important to work with how you love yourself and the people around you who love you. During this holiday season, it may be challenging, but do your best to surround yourself by your good buddies, your friends who love you. You may have a soul partner or a special mate that is here or wanting to come in. If you don't have a special person at this time, rely on your clan. Call out to your loved ones to give you a space that is loving, to share that fun part of yourself, that loving part of yourself, to expand that in your life emotionally. That is in the challenges, because this is the place where we need to grow this energy. So know that you may have a loved one that wants to find you, or that this is definitely about you finding the love in yourself to share during this time period. And know that it's time that you deserve that love of friendship, of soul family, of harmony, and of play. Let's bring that in for the holidays. All right, there's the action coming up now. 3 cards in the action. We've got 2 fire cards and another goddess. We've got a lot of goddesses in here helping us along our way this month and into the new year. In the center, the action is the centering card. Notice this goddess, this woman, has beautiful light within her hands. She's got Aries energy and she's all fire, but she's looking at the light. And I think this is a really good indication that no matter where we are, no matter what's going on around us, is we need to stay centered in our light, our connection to the light, as well as to be that center that can also influence those around us. If we stay centered in the light, then it'll support others having an easier time of coming to the light. So do this for yourself. See how it influences what you create. If you got a negative mindset coming up, if you've got fear coming up, if you've got conflict that you're dealing with, come to the light, expand it around you and within you, and it will change the outcome of how you interface with situations and people to be more light filled. This card is not only centering in the light, I get the message too that we need to lighten up during the holidays, that we need to make it filled with light wherever we go. So if you got family stuff that's difficult or you're alone, bring the light in and see how that changes the reality. The other card that's the fire card sitting next to her is integrity. And so it's a Sag energy, which is perfect. We're still in the Sag moon. And this integrity card, her original name is Angel Rainbow Dreamer. And she really was adapted for this card because she's looking within and she's connecting to light within her higher self. And she's filled with rainbows. She's filled with light. She's bringing that into this physical reality is part of how this energy was designed, as I understand, is that as we are connected to our higher selves, like the ecstatic union card that we had in the beginning, that we are bringing that solar and lunar aspect of creation into this now moment. Meaning, be in integrity with yourself from your personality all the way to your soul. Don't compromise yourself during the holidays. Be in that light, be the light, and be in integrity with your speech, with your choices, with your actions, to be happy, to be in harmony. If you resent going to a party, don't go. If you've got a bad attitude going to be with family, either don't go or change your attitude to see how you can stay centered in the light, no matter who is in your world that might be challenging. But that card is like, in that integrity of being in that firelight, you become the blessing. So pay attention to that. In this season that we've got going on here with these two cards, we've got initiation with Mary Magdalene. She is here assisting us of moving into a new way of being. She's got a Capricorn energy, so I'm assuming that much of her energy is coming in with the solstice energy to initiate a new cycle, to initiate us into a new way of being. She is the feminine Christ. She symbolizes that place of anointing ourselves with our own higher dimensional aspect of our Christ energy, meaning let's step up in this time period. Be in that light. Be the one who takes the higher road and creates a inspiration for others, if you will, to know that you are pregnant with your own Christ light. She is painted pregnant for a reason, is that she is the symbol of us moving into a higher state of awareness. And so she's here to initiate us through these times, through this full moon energy and into the solstice, to come into 2025 with greater awareness of who we are as light beings, to move beyond the duality here and to come into greater harmony in ourselves. So if we follow this path and this energy, what is our outcome? Right now, what it tells me is if we'll stay course, our spiritual course, through all the next few weeks of what we are participating in with the holidays, the holy days, from the ending of 2024 into 2025, is we're going to feel more free, more inspired to be ourselves. This is the expression card. She is a dancer. She's filled with fire. She's filled with Kundalini energy. And she is telling us that it's time for us to come through the end of the year and be fully confident in who we are, to dance out, to express ourselves honestly, authentically. And that's going to be part of our new age as we move into more Aquarian energy in 2025, is that we are here to express ourselves fully, wholly, honestly, authentically us. Of course, we got the cycles card in the end, which is appropriate. We are ending the autumn time coming up. We are moving from one cycle to another as we complete 2024. We're moving into winter, and we are completely moving into a new cycle of possibility. The way this card was painted is you've got the cosmos above and the earth below. So it brings in the principles of as above, so below. What is within is without. So pay attention to staying in integrity with who you are, being in the light, and know that as you move through the old cycle that you're going to bring in new awarenesses and new ways of being into your physical reality. And then we have another card that symbolizes new beginnings. This is the Wind card. Again, the Wind cards have to do with the mental suit or the mind. And this is one of the most positive cards in the Wind suit, for it has more negative cards because our mind really knows how to screw us around. But this is a highly positive card. It's the Ace, which is new beginnings. It also is a reflection of being completely connected to the light, connected to your higher self. There's this sense of realization that comes in that you may be getting downloads as you come into the new year. As you work with this energy and you meditate and you connect to your higher self, in addition to letting that guide you in how to create on a physical level, how to be present, is that this realization card says that you have a lot of help as we come into 2025. That is, we complete this year and we come into the light of the new beginnings, is that we have more awareness consciously, that we may be getting these psychic downloads and awarenesses on how to proceed forward. Pay attention to the inspiration that comes through you. For there's new ways coming, and we are part of creating those new ways, that you are the conduit for that light to come through you. So I hope that these cards help you, that this reading gives you an overview of the energies that we're moving through to come into greater light and personal expression that really is the connection of our divinity within our human selves. So this is Katherine Skaggs. I'm going to sign off now and hope that this was of some benefit to you today. So happy holy days as we come towards solstice and move through this energy with full moon in Gemini. Lots of love to you.